So let's take a look at Fibermesh in Zbrush. So this is a hair system, and I use it sometimes for doing like little pieces of concept art. I never take it out of Zbrush usually. I normally use other programs for that, but I do use it for things like grass and for hair and fur and things like that. So I'll show you this and see if it's something you could use. So let's start with the base down here, and we'll do basically some grass. I'll show you how I would use it for grass. So first of all, what you do is you take the model. The level doesn't really matter because we're going to mask it a little bit first. So I'm going to, wherever I paint a mask, it is going to give me some hair and fur. So I'm going to paint it down here. Now, just checking that it's not gone through or anything like that. And I'm going to paint it round the back and then all the way around the back round here, so that I've got something that indicates where I want my fur to be, or fur, somewhere where I want my grass to be. So something like that, maybe a little bit around here as well. Okay, so we come up to the top here and we have a look down here for Fibermesh. So we come up here to Tools, open up Tools and look for Fibermesh. I'll move this over so you can see what I'm doing. So bear in mind we're on this cylinder, which is our ground, and then I've got this Fibermesh settings down here, down below. So first of all, what you want to do is hit preview, and preview will do that. It will give you a preview of the thing that you're going to work on. Now the first thing to know, if I move it now, like so, it's going to disappear. That's because we're just in preview mode to set everything up. So it's still there in preview, but we're going to have to change things quite significantly. So we'll go to modifiers, come down here, and there's lots to play with. So you've got maximum fibers, so we could reduce the amount of fibers straight away. It looks more like grass. You've got dev, mask, and by area, which you could definitely have a play with, and it gives you some minor settings. I'm going to move on to ones that I know much more about. So one that you're obviously going to know is length. And this one here, I think this is level, but I don't know why there's an uppercase V there. I can't remember on that one. There's a profile setting here, so you can change the profile of the length of it, and it'll, you know, it will dramatically change it if you start playing with this. So for now, for our first test, I'm not even going to play with that one. Coverage obviously makes it more, you know, builds up the coverage that you've got, and there's a width profile. So if you're doing things like, for example, feathers, that might be one that you want to have a play with. You've got scale root, so that's the size of the base of the blades, and scale tip will bring that down. So what that would mean is it will be fatter at the bottom and thinner at the top. So that would be definitely one that we want to. Now that's too thick for grass for me, and it's also too long. So I'm going to go back to coverage. I'm going to go back to length, bring it down a bit like that, and then I'll also do max fibers, maybe bring that down a bit. There you go, it's getting a bit thinner and much more grass-like now. And by all means, I mean, I'm only showing you how to get this going. There's so many things you can do. Don't touch the twist. Gravity, I like to bring that down for grass, because then obviously you can see the grass is trying to go upwards, which is what grass would do. But if you've done that, you might want to go back up, and you might want to bring down your length a little bit. So again, up to you, you know, by all means have a play with this. Color at the base, let's go with just like a basic green, something like that. And color at the tip, I'm going to go with a lighter green, something like that, like so. And that's probably enough just to test it, I would imagine. So there's quite a few more others that you could play with, which I'm really not going to have a mess around with. But what you want to do at that point is just say accept, and it will now accept them like so. Now we'll go back to it's basically made you a new layer with the fibers on it. So we'll go back to our layers, increase the layers back up, turn off the polyframe, and have a look at that. Now if you rendered that, I'll show you a quick render. Just have it in an angle that we can see it. you've got some grass now, and just hit BPR and see what you get. And there you go. So the colours are a little bit off. There's quite a few problems with that, but overall we've got some fake grass. So I've messed with the lighting a little bit. I will just tell you how to do that. And you can use my settings. So if you come up to render, and under a BPR shadow, I always increase the raise and I increase the angle, and that gives me nice soft shadows. If you're getting harsh black shadows, go to BPR shadows, increase your raise and your angle, and you'll get the kind of soft shadows that I've got there. So let's do it from a distance away, like so. Before we do that, something that you might want to play with at this point is there are grooming brushes. So you come up to brushes, you can go to that's material. So go up to brushes and then go to groom, and you've got a ton of grooming brushes here, which really you should use before I get to this level, but I'm just letting you know that they are there. And also at a very base level, you can just simply go and use the move tool. So if you look here, you can literally go back in, and just by using the move tool, you can, adjust the fibers a little bit just by moving them around, if that's something that you feel that you want to do. And you can smooth them down, and you can even just go in, so with colors, just pick something like a brown, so say the grass is dying, turn off Z add, go over here, make sure it's got RGB on, so you want material and RGB. You can change, for example, here to drag rectangle, and then you can drag color through it like that. So if you've got bits that you want brown, or bits that you want more green, or the tips, you're not happy with the tips because they weren't green enough, you can come back in and go super green, and then you can just paint those tips like that. So there's lots you can do once you've got past that original bit. So let me just go back to a color for our little critter. So he's not painted, obviously, so I'm only showing you the grass here. So bring him down. I'll just do a quick render of him like that. Hit BPR. As you can see there, you're getting much more of a grass effect there. So that works well enough. So what about if we wanted to do it on our character? So again, come up to the character. We will go and lower the subdivision down a little bit, so he's not too hard to handle. Paint on maybe a Mohican. Maybe we can go down his back with this one, something like that, and across his shoulders. Don't want to go too much because I don't want to put too much load while I'm just showing you how to do it. And then bring this down, hair down his back like so. Okay, so we've got plenty to play with there. And then back to where we started, if you remember, we just come up to Fibermesh and we hit preview. And straight away there, we've got a crazy looking Mohican. So it's way all over the place. It's huge, isn't it? So what we would do is we would go back like we did do. So maybe embed it a bit more down into the character. Length, bring it down to a reasonable length. We would definitely, this time, we would knock the coverage down a bit. And then we would leave the scale and the tip root because they're fine. But what we want to do is maybe do a revolve. So that's giving us a revolve and twist. That's giving us a little bit of dynamism in the hair. You can see it's getting a bit, I think you could see it was getting a bit carried away there. So with the base, we'll just go in, make it, I'll just keep it a basic color for now, like a brown. And let's just see what that looks like. So we'll go all the way back up to the top. And we'll have a look at accepting it and see what we get. The fast preview for sliders is currently off, so it's obviously better if you have that on, so say yes. And then there we go, and there is our crazy fur or hair for this guy. Now again, you can go and have a go at the groom tools if you want. I'm not really covering that in this video, but now in here, what you can do is just clear the mask so it will move around. So if I just come back out and then go like this, clear the mask, you'll see that the hair will move around a little bit. It's actually stuck on the, it is stuck on the head, so it won't come flying off it. So let's now move this hair around, give it a little bit of life. I'm just using the move tool here, but again, feel free to go and have a play with some of those other brushes. What I like to do is just bring it in like this, and then give it some wave, something like that. So up high and out the front, and then up high out of the back, like so. And then what we'll do is we'll paint that. So we'll go back to standard, and we'll make that a nice red Mohican. So I'm going to bring that through like this. Some really deep reds coming through, just to give him a bit of something exciting there. So let's go back to our character and just do Control and strike up. So basically we're just clearing the mask, and then we'll go and we'll raise the resolution back up. So we have to be back on our model and bring that subdivision back up, so we've got our full model here. And then we'll just have a look at what that hair looks like as a very quick render again. So we'll just do BPR render. So there you go. You can see you've got like a much more hair-like. The colours are horrible on that, but you can see that the hairs are really. I'll just zoom in for you. There you go. You can see it from another angle better. So have a play with that. There's lots you can do. You can really go to town with the painting and the colours. Obviously, this is on an unpainted model, so you can imagine what you can do if you really put the effort in with getting it, you know, to match the colour scheme of the creature. So that's just a quick way of doing some fibre mesh grass and some fibre mesh hair. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you liked it enough to give it a thumbs up, then why not subscribe to the channel? We've just released our new creature course. So if you want to take a look at that, there's links down below. Have a great week, everybody.